3, 2, 1.
You ready?
Listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, theys, and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host, Hunter, here. Hope you're having a great Juneteenth. I'm recording this for y'all just because I happened to see that it dropped, and you know, I know y'all love the trailer breakdowns, but I'm gonna be very blunt with y'all. I don't have a ton to break down on this. This is me talking about Kraven the Hunter, which I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot they were making this. Like, I was just looking up CinemaCon reactions 2-3 months ago, and I remember seeing that they showed a trailer, and I totally forgot that they were making this. So, okay, just a few things here. Russell Crowe and his sons. Russell Crowe is playing Sergei's dad. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't care. I don't care. I was sitting here watching this trailer, and I watched it a few times. I'm sitting here going like, man, is there anything I should, think about breaking down, or any wild swings I can take? I know y'all love those, those big swings that I take on as far as what could happen, and this is just a nothing burger of a movie trailer. There's nothing about this that has me excited, with the very, very small exception of Aaron Taylor Johnson, who, I'm just going to ask this real quick. Why can't we just let people keep their accents? Actually having Aaron Taylor Johnson keep their accent would actually probably help out a little bit here, but having Kraven the fucking Hunter have an American accent, that's such a dumb decision. Okay, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and if you're a wrestling fan, you'll get this, but if you're not, just hang on. It's like how WWE like 6-7 years ago, back when they had NXT before they rebooted it and all that shit. NXT 6-7 years ago was probably the best wrestling promotion on the planet. Their matches were top notch. They had a stacked roster. They had the the Undisputed Era and Samoa Joe and Aleister Black at the time, and Andrade, and all these, Paige and Bayley, and I know about Asuka. Like, they had just incredible talent. But then you looked at the WWE main roster, and they were just fucking up storylines. I mean, not because they didn't have the talent, but because Vince McMahon is an insane old man who can't get out of his own way. That's how I feel about Sony. It's insane to me that the same company that's made 2 classic films in Into and Across the Spider-Verse has also made Morbius and this movie, and has that Madame Webb movie coming out, which, oh my god, why are they doing that Madame Webb movie? And Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Like, I can't understand how it's the same company. I really can't. And watching this trailer all just makes me think is, man, Aaron Taylor Johnson deserves better. And again, I'm such a fan of Aaron Taylor Johnson. Like, I just love him as an actor. Obviously Kick-Ass is fucking amazing. He's great in Nocturnal Animals. If you've not seen Nocturnal Animals, watch Nocturnal Animals. He's fucking awesome in that shit. But then, even looking at Godzilla, which I'm not crazy about Godzilla. I think he's really great in it, though. I'm such a fan of this guy, and it seems like he's, ascending and making moves, and I want to see him continue to do well. I pray we get a Bullet Train prequel with him and Brian Tyree Henry, because they are my favorite things about that movie. He's incredible in that movie. So I pray that we get that, but this this does not look like the role for him. But, you know, this looks like it's going to follow Kraven's origins. He's, you know, supposed to shoot a lion. He doesn't shoot the lion, and so the lion bites the fuck out of his shoulder, which is why he's got the scars. You want to know how I got these scars? Anyway, so, you know, that's how he gets the scars. Fine, cool, they're doing that. The thing that already has me concerned, yeah, okay, look, the CGI on the lion's gonna be bad. What do you want, people? Do you want a real lion, or do you want a CGI lion? You know, thanks, PETA. I would much rather have the CGI lion. I get it's gonna look like shit. Like, I get it. What concerns the fuck out of me is at the, and I'm gonna pause it here, at the I think it's like the 112 mark. Yeah, the 112 mark. You see the one drop of lion blood dropping onto Sergei's open wound, and so he's gonna get lion powers because the lion blood got in him. So we're right around the corner from Tiger Blood, so this should be Charlie Sheen, not Aaron Taylor Johnson in this shit. Like, why? What? This is what upsets me so much about Sony. Look, I like the first Venom movie quite a bit. It's fun. Is it stupid as shit? Absolutely. But it's an entertaining movie, and at the end of the day, entertaining can cover up a lot of sins, as far as, you know, a lot of sins and a lot of shortcomings. I get that. But Let There Be Carnage is what I'm expecting most of these villain films to be at this point. Because there's no Spider-Man, and I don't, for the love of fuck, understand why Sony just can't take the L and go, we'll do Miles Morales, we'll do some animated shit, let's keep lending these characters with Marvel, let's share the toys, and, you know, y'all can help us make great shit. But they just seem dead set on doing this villain Spider-Man universe without we haven't seen Spider-Man in a Venom movie. He doesn't show up in Morbius. Like, I know the picture or whatever of him is, but Holland's not interacting with these characters. Fucking Garfield's not even interacting with his characters. I would think, if anything, you would use No Way Home and go, well, people liked Garfield being back, let's have Garfield take on these villains. At least that. But no, they can't help themselves. They just want to keep doing these villain films independent of Spider-Man, which makes no goddamn sense to me, especially when Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery is so great, but it takes two to tango, so I don't understand why they just can't go, well, let's get Holland in here, or let's get Garfield in here. So, look, I mean, I'll give some credit on one thing. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I want to get to the shot here, but I think, oh wait, it was at the minute, like the minute 22 mark, I want to say. Yeah, the minute 22 mark. There's a shot of him emerging from the darkness. I think that's actually a cool shot. But the biggest issue I have with this movie, even down to the opening bit where you see him on that balcony and he's like picturing where the cars and everything are, it's straight up Morbius. It's just the way it's even shot and the way the powers are being used feels so much like Morbius. And I can't sit through another Morbius, y'all. I don't want to go through that shit again. And while I believe the acting will be better, because at least you have Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe, I mean, hopefully there's a tugboat in this movie, but hopefully Russell Crowe isn't just phoning it in, because let's be real, this could be another Dark Universe situation where Russell Crowe's in The Mummy, already spending that check, and he just doesn't give a fuck. So there's a world where that happens here, and I don't want to sit through that shit again. So I'm really hoping that someone gave a fuck. But then I look at the writers on this, and this is where my fears just multiply. So the director on this is DC Chandor, pardon me. He was a director on Margin Call. He directed Triple Frontier. Triple Frontier is actually a pretty damn good movie. I wish more people had given that a chance. He directed All Is Lost with Robert Redford, which I actually really enjoyed. And then he directed another movie that I think a lot of people slept on, uh, in A Most Violent Year, which came out back in 2014, but that's Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain. Uh, yeah, that's a great freaking movie. If you haven't seen that, please watch that. It's well worth your time. But then this is where this is where I get worried. It's because of the writing. So one of the writers, looks like the main one, is Matt Holloway. So he wrote Iron Man. Okay, that's a good start. I would like to remind you all though that, and this is coming from Rob Downey Jr. and from Jeff Bridges, that most of the film was like 80% improv. So how much did he really write? So bit of a red flag there. But then they do Punisher Warzone. Okay, Punisher Warzone is, a pulpy, fun action flick. Dig it. It's dumb, but it's dumb fun. But then we get Transformers The Last Night. I hate Transformers The Last Night. That's the one where you find out that the Autobots helped Harriet Tubman free the slaves, and that's the one where the Autobot pocket watch kills Hitler. Fuck Transformers The Last Night. I fucking hate that shit. He then went ahead and followed that up, that 2017 film, with a 2019 film where he wrote Men in Black International, which is so goddamn bad, and it's actually arguably the worst Men in Black film. I really don't like Men in Black 2. I won't rewatch 2 and International confirm what I just said, but they're both pretty bad, and it's incredible that they wasted Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth. Just, oh my god, movie's so bad. And then he follows it up with Uncharted, which was on my worst of last year. So to say that I am concerned does not even begin to cover how I feel about Kraven the Hunter. I watched the Red Band trailer, so I mean I see that there's blood and that, like the blood doesn't look great. The CGI blood it's way too splattery. It doesn't look good. I did like the shot where Sergey bites the guy's nose off and spits it out. That was funny, but for the most part, this just looks like a whole lot of nothing. Ariana DeBose, who of course is from West Side Story, she's fucking talented as hell, and The Prom, Shmigadon. Yeah, she's wonderful. She's fucking wonderful. I'm so happy. Despite the fact I don't think this film will be good, I'm happy she's at least getting a star in a big co-star in a big studio film, because it will be interesting to see what her and Aaron Taylor Johnson's dynamic is like. She's playing Calypso. Calypso, much like in her historical mythology, just like in the Marvel comics, she is basically a voodoo princess, is able to use a bunch of spells and shit. Her and Kraven typically team up to try and take down Spider-Man. So maybe this leads to something bigger for her down the road. I say that, but at the same time, it's like they're going out of their way to not connect these films to any of the Sony Marvel shit. So I'd like to say she's going to get the chance to take on Spider-Man, but probably not. This will probably lead to nothing, which, that sucks. But getting through the rest of the trailer here, at the minute 50 mark, you get a great shot of Aaron Taylor Johnson's abs, and hey, credit to him, man. He is cut. He's shredded. Looks great. I mean, props. Like, I feel bad that he got that cut for this movie, but I mean, I think there's one decent kill in this movie, or at least in this trailer. So at the minute 58 mark, he jumps out of a tree, cuts this guy on top of his head with a machete. That actually looked cool, because the CGI blood then goes splattering all over the place. And then at the minute 59 mark, he throws a bear trap on top of a guy's face, and it clamps on him. That looked cool. So, okay, 2 decent kills. But there's so much of this. I just sit back and go, yeah, this just doesn't look good. I don't think I'll be offended by this like I was in Morbius, but this definitely feels like a C- D+, where I'll just leave the theater and go, well, I don't ever need to watch this ever fucking again. Also, the tagline that they drop in the trailer, the whole villains aren't born, they're made. I just went, oh, fuck off, really? Like this, that's what we're going with there. Also the whorish, and I mean whorish level at the 217 mark, to have those spiders dropping down. It's like, get it, you know who we're referencing, right? Ha ha ha. It's just like, oh my god, like why? I'm not excited for this. This comes out in October. I don't care. And then we get to the very last bit here where it looks like Sergey won't be taking on his dad. He won't be fighting Russell Crowe at the end. He'll most likely be taking on Alessandro Nivola's character, who looks like he's going to turn into the Rhino. And I mean a literal rhino. He's going to become a rhino. So we're going to get Kraven the Hunter versus CGI Rhino, it sounds like. That sounds fucking terrible and not something that I want to really see in my film. So this comes out in October. I'm not excited for this. I could be wrong. Like, maybe they just surprised me and this trailer is just shit. I mean, bigger surprises have happened, but oh my god, I'm not excited for this. Like, this already screams like something I'll be using a free credit on, because goddamn. But yeah, Kraven. Those are my thoughts on Kraven the Hunter, the trailer. But this comes out in October, so we'll find out decently soon. But yeah, not excited for this. But people, let me know what you thought about the Kraven the Hunter trailer. What are you expecting from it? Any theories as far as what could show up or who could show up? Let us know in the comments. You can follow yours truly on the Twitter and on Instagram and on TikTok at jhunterreelpineapple. Don't forget to like both our pages on Facebook at The Real Pineapple and Real Pineapple Games. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/jhunterreelpineapple. I'm going to be hopping on there next week to stream some AEW Fight Forever. I'm so stoked to finally start streaming. As I figure it out here, I'll definitely be letting y'all know what the streaming schedule is going to be looking like and what the show will look like moving forward. And then, oh gosh, what else? You can follow us on YouTube at The Real Pineapple. Go ahead and just search The Real Pineapple and you'll find us. But thank you so much for listening, everyone. We've got a lot of reviews coming down the pipeline, including how to blow up a pipeline. Very excited to bring that to y'all, as well as a review for Polite Society, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, the Super Mario Brothers movie, oh gosh, what else? Transformers, Rise of the Beast, gonna have that review dropping here soon, as well as the review's gonna start this weekend with the review of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and I'm gonna have a review every day next week starting on Monday leading up to Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Gonna have a review up for that next weekend, the weekend of the 30th. But everyone, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe out there, take care of each other, and we'll talk to you soon.